Adding power foods to your diet may be easier than you think. To help sort it out today is Mary from Tamarack. So, Mary, what is a power food?
Well, I would say that probably all your fruits and vegetables are power foods because of all the phytonutrients in all of them.
Okay, so let's go through some of these foods that we have here by color because that's a good way to identify the foods.
Absolutely. So, for example, any of your orange vegetables and fruits like your pumpkins, your carrots, your squashes, things like that, all are rich in beta carotene. They're also rich in fiber, so they're very good for you that way. Beta carotene is very important for your vision and for your overall health. It's one of your best nutrients.
So, what other colors are good here when we're looking at foods?
Sure. Again, if you look at things like your tomatoes and your red peppers, they've got lycopene in them. Lycopene is known for its ability to help with prostate health. It's also a good antioxidant. Your carrots have all kinds of fiber and lycopene in them as well.
Now, a lot of people think that adding fruits and vegetables to your diet is pretty costly, but we can do it in an economical way. Do you have some solutions for us?
Sure, absolutely. You can watch for things that are seasonal for sure. You can watch for things that are on special. You can take advantage of the specials and make soups up and freeze them ahead. You can make a nice broccoli cauliflower soup. You can use the leeks, potatoes, onions, carrots for making all kinds of vegetable soups. They make a great base for any kind of your barley soups or quinoa soups or rice soups. Then, of course, you've got all your fruits and vegetables, which you can incorporate into your baking. You can use them for your salad dressings. You can use pomegranates in your salads. You can use orange segments. You can use cranberries. The sky's the limit.
So a lot of it is just taking the time to prepare the fruits and vegetables to have them ready in your fridge or freezer ready to go. Now, what about portion size too? What can you tell us about that?
Well, I think that some people are under the impression that one fruit constitutes one serving, and that's sometimes not correct. It depends on the size of the fruit. Quite often an apple will actually be two fruit servings, and same with an orange, and so your dollar actually goes further that way. Also for your vegetables, mix them up, keep them in your fridge. You can toss them into your salad. You can make a quick stir fry when you get home. You can use them for your soups. Nothing has to go to waste because you can use them either raw, you can use them cooked, all the different nutrients in there. Just imagine if you had an assortment every day, all the food value that you'd get from this mixture of fruits and vegetables.
Would you like to challenge people to add one more fruit or vegetable to their diet each week to try something new?
Absolutely. For example, the avocado, you can make your own guacamole dip. It's a fun treat for a weekend and it's healthy. You could add a pomegranate if you've never had it before. Throw again on your salads. People who haven't tried different squashes, it's the ideal time to try those. Make a nice butternut squash soup for the fall. Throw it in your freezer in the middle of February. You've got something that's a nice treat, and you can use all the fresh herbs and garlic, and it's a great way to use all those new fruits and vegetables.
So for more information on adding fresh fruit and vegetables to your diet, you can contact any natural health care practitioner. For Shaw TV, I'm Ann Gordonnaire.